Puck tipped away by Harvard. Ellis coming to get it. He's in the circle, sends it in on Corbin Kaspersky. And Harvard still has possession down on their offensive zone. Phil Kemp kicks it out to Tyler Welsh. And then onto the stick of Evan Smith, who sends it in on Merrick Madsen's net. Madsen in the net for Harvard. Corbin Kaspersky getting the start for the Bulldogs. This is his first matchup against Harvard. Did not play in the earlier tilt. A 5-2 Eli victory. And he came in mop-up duty last night, gave up a goal. Now Krusko plays it for the Crimson. But it's taken away by Ryan Hitchcock. Hitchcock double the puck. Onto the stick of Fox. Yale with a heavy forecheck here. Adam Bogman to Ryan Donato. Donato's pass just wide. And then he's got it behind the cage. He's dispossessed of the puck for Luke Stevens. And then it's up ahead to Ryan Hitchcock. 2-on-2 come the Eli's back the other way. Welsh to Hitchcock. Shot goes high. And Harvard has possession. Here's Ryan Donato.
Throughout the game, got his feet back under him. He'll look to have a better game than he did last night.
Rebounded in the second half of that game after Dartmouth's last goal, but never really could get close enough. They tried some unconventional things. They had a 6-on-3 scenario. Had some a lot of empty net time in the third period, but then nothing really to show for it. They had pretty much a full 2 minutes of 6-on-3 action.
And that's also to the credit of the Dartmouth penalty killers and Devin Buffalo. They made some incredible plays on that 6-on-3 advantage.
To Fox in the far corner. He's pickpocketed from behind, taking away his puck and his stick, but he'll gather it back. Bogman sends it to the far side. Down to the stick of Anthony Walsh. Free-flowing hockey game right now.
21%, that's good for 16th nationally. Against DCAC teams, they're converting about 22%. It's 5th among league opponents. The Bulldogs have a pretty good penalty kill, 23rd in the nation.
Much better than their power play, which is down near the bottom. Luke Stevens sends it straight out, so a pretty quick clear for the Bulldogs.
Something you did mention last night, though, this Bulldogs power play has been improving throughout the month of February.
And getting better shots. It hasn't really been the puck motion all year. It's just not getting quality opportunities, creating those dirty rebounds, and trying to put shots in on the net. Walsh will try to eject the puck from the proceeding, sends it in on Matson, who stops it. 46 seconds remain on the hooking penalty, or the tripping penalty, excuse me. Bedini and Welsh will take the draw, and they're going to send Bedini away from the dot. Draw one by Harvard. It's going to come to the near side. Solon has it. Now to Fox. Far side shot ripped. Rebound in front. Kaspersky sitting down and a poke, and now some pushing and some shoving and some disagreements.
Well, that one was sort of lost by Kaspersky, but he knew he was on top of it, so he immediately just closed up his legs and sort of fell straight back, but a lot of pokes and stabs at him after the whistle. And Phil Kemp, of course, taking exception, but the Crimson players in front of the net taking exception to Phil Kemp's exception in defending themselves. It's a good kill by the Bulldogs. They're able to clear it out to get that final couple seconds off and also get a full line change in the process.
Ryan Donato up the near wing. Didn't take the puck with him. Leaves it back for a teammate. That was Floodstrand. He has a long carry. Pelton Bice taken away. There's Luke Stevens. We're going to head up for Ryan Hitchcock. It's taken back by Harvard. It's John Marino, a senior from Northeastern Mass. Jewell and Bogman are now onto the stick of Luke Stevens. Bulldogs have gotten a partial change. There's Pelton Bice. He'll play catch up the far wing. Centering pass for Pelton Bice. Goes through the crease and steered aside by Kaspersky. Fight for the puck up along this near board. Sherman has it for the Crimson. Though Lore says that the standing room seats are the most desirable ones. So boarding is the call. Bulldogs out for another kill. Here's Fox at the top of the slot. Marino with a shot and a save by Kaspersky. It's underneath him. He'll cover.
Well, he had to fall on that one again. That actually got deflected by one of his own defender's foot. I want to say it went off Anthony Walsh's skate, but it was deflected off the skate right into the middle of Kaspersky. You see it here. He doesn't really know where it is, but it's under his right leg, and then he sees it, and Stevens helps him out a bit by sliding it just a little under him for the cover.
Can't leave it back to Snively. Bulldogs a little bit out of position here as Krushko starts the rush. Roofs it high. Plays it off the high boards. It's going to say it goes into the netting. 1:06 left on the power play. Face-off won by the Elis. As Luke Stevens sends it out into neutral ice where Fox will gather. Yale does not change. Up the near wing to Ryan Donato. It's pickpocketed by Hitchcock. Pelton Bice, and now a loose puck. Phil Kemp, the D-man, all the way on a long carry, and it's taken away by Fox. Yale gets a change. 35 seconds left on the power play. It's going to be a neutral zone draw just outside of the Harvard offensive zone. Bowlesby will win it initially. Yale will take it away. Now Bogman, and a loose puck hits high up in the air. Paleko trying to get an advantage. Can't do it. Here's Walsh. Plays D to Phil Kemp. Sherman fighting with Ted Hart. Ted Hart nearly took it away again. Horton loses an edge. And now it goes back to Sherman. He'll play D with Bogman. Bogman sends it in. Poked away by the Bulldogs. Yale going to try a rush. Here comes Ted Hart. 4-on-3.
And that goal is just a bad line change at the end of a power play.
Bulldogs win the draw. They've won 13 in the period. No icing call. That's quickly waved off. Stevens has pinned it up against the boards as they fight for it in the corner. Now behind Madsen's net. A year ago, these two teams in the regular season, Harvard won here at Ingles Rink. Yale earned a tie. And really, Harvard coming back to get a tie. Here comes Donato on the rush. He's dispossessed by Kemp. A lot of traffic in front of Kaspersky's net. They'll flip it back the other way. Up ahead of Dante Paleko. And that'll stop the proceedings at 19:10 left in the second period.
Sort of matching up the physical intensity that Billy Sweezy usually brings for the Bulldogs to put his own hit on Sweezy along the boards. And Evan trying to lead to a couple opportunities there.
16:55 left period number 2. Offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs is controlled by the Crimson. Here's Pelton Bice, sophomore from Madison, Wisconsin. Hitchcock sends it back in deep to Luke Stevens. He's defended by Sherman. Sherman listed at 6'7". To the near side for Walsh, sent in wide. Rebound comes out to Pelton Bice, who sends it back out into neutral ice, and Pelton Bice is down. Harvard is going to be going back on the power play as a whistle called.
Nice job by the Yale penalty killers to keep the lane clear. Line of vision as well for Kaspersky. He's able to glove it.
Offensive zone draw to Kaspersky's left. To Fox at the near point. We're going to try to set something up. As Yale entrenches into their penalty-killing defense. 42 seconds left on the man advantage. Entering. Pass and a shot. Out to the near point for Fox. Harvard's got some space. Fox to the top of the circle, now to the slot. One-time shot goes wide. Yale gets the clear. He played it above the letters. Up the far wing comes Phil Kemp. He'll send it in. Bulldogs will chase. Behind Matson's net. Come around to the near side. Gregoire plays it. Yale can't keep the zone. Evan Smith plays it to Ted Hart. Ted Hart plays off the puck of Gregoire. And now Evan Smith plays it back to Phil Kemp as Yale tries to mount the attack. An errant D-to-D pass up ahead to Paleko, but the Bulldogs have some space. Evan Smith up the far wing. Pulls it into the circle. Shot chipped through by Paleko. They'll chase it into the corner. Plays it, and it's taken away by Sherman. 19 goals, 18 assists coming into today, so it's now 39 points. 38 points, 19 and 19. That's not right. 19 and 19 is 38. So yes, 19 and 19 for 38 points. Isn't math fun? Walsh plays it along the near side. Squirts out into neutral ice. Heavy on the forechecks, Ted Hart. Walsh was ready for the contact, not the puck, and Yale takes it back. They'll lose it at the hash marks, and they'll squirt out into neutral ice. Walsh flips it to the far side for Evan Smith. Smith at the dot, sends it in on Madsen, a loose rebound, picked up by Harvard eventually.
That's dangerous to get that knee-to-knee contact and cause injuries there. But
good to see the Bulldogs on the power play for the first time tonight. As quickly Harvard gets a clear, and they're going to be heavy on the forecheck here as Floodstrand all over Phil Kemp. So kneeing is the call. And it was Adam Larkin that took the shot right in front of the El Suda section. They just completed a fairly impressive rendition of the wave, though it is debatable the effectiveness of such an action. Snively with a long carry all by himself to get the set up here. Snively has a little bit of space as Ryan Donato defending him. They'll switch. They'll come out to Kemp. Cross-ice pass for Snively, and he puts it in on Madsen, who covers to stop it with 11:13 left on the power play.
Well, I say it time and time again, but Snively is a quarterback in his own right when it comes to this power play. He really runs that first unit, and you saw him right there. Started out with the puck along the hash marks, looking for a shooting lane. Didn't get it, so he moved it around.
Here comes Hitchcock. Bulldogs in the midst of a change. Hitchcock with a long carry. Mitchell Smith tries to center to Hitchcock. Gets the rebound. And Yale keeps the zone. 3 seconds. 2-1. Shot off the post. Rebound. Out to Kemp. He'll carry it. Center. Hitchcock taps it in. The puck is underneath Wiley Sherman. And the Bulldogs with a flurry of opportunities come up empty. Door open, penalty killed, back to even strength.
A couple of big opportunities there for the Bulldogs and nearly a second goal.
Mitchell Smith carries it in, but Pietrowski was offsides. 6:21 left, second period. Yale on top of Harvard, 1-0. Let's go back to the opportunities here for the Bulldogs. It all started with Phil Kemp keeping the zone. Walsh off the pipe, and then this flurry of action.
Nice job by Kemp once again. Puts the pass across the slot. Hitchcock nearly a one-time goal, but a block in front, and just a flurry of opportunities, as you mentioned, Evan, for the Bulldogs. Nearly a power play goal.
Yale player off the puck. Evan Smith's going to have it up the far wing. Yale trying to get a rush. Shot in. Rebound, and it's ticked away by Donato. 25 seconds, we'll call it, on the clock. Here's Gregoire through the crease. About 15 seconds left or so. Shot in on Kaspersky, no cover. 13.4 left. And now some pushing and shoving. Kemp and Pelton Bice have to be separated. Larkin and Lindstrand. And Lindstrand's going to get off in favor of Phil Kemp. Centering pass to Hitchcock, and his dead angle shot is saved by Madsen. 1:10 left on the power play. Here's Hitchcock. With a carry. 55 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Hitchcock Sends it in on Madsen, who sets up for the curveball on the outside. And a called strike. Bedini plays it back. And through, and it's chipped away by Curdy. Walsh. As Kemp goes to try to get it away from him. He's pinned up against the board right there next to the door. Charlie Curdy with it. In Walsh's back pocket, and he takes it away. Snively with a center for Welsh, and it was just wide. Delayed offsides as Harvard picks it up as Yale unable to play the puck. Floodstrand to Solon. Yale leading 1-0. This period about 4.5 minutes old. Jack Donato, a freshman, just a year younger than his brother Ryan. He played junior hockey with South Shore of the USPHL. A little under 14 minutes left in this one. Centers, and Pelton Bice right there. Yale has not had much offensive rhythm here in period number 3.
No, Harvard's showing a lot of resiliency.
Hitchcock and Donato as Hitchcock takes it away. Under the stick of Stevens. He's got Welsh in front of him. Welsh holds up, but they'll send it in and change. With the unofficial timekeeper, as we apologize for those watching us on the Ivy League Network and ESPN3. A couple of technical difficulties there, but we're back for the final 11:45 of this one, give or take a second or two. Harvard with possession, still a 1-1 game. Stevens and Hitchcock and Donato. And it's going cleanly, easily back to the Bulldogs. Bogman on the far side wing. Bulldogs really haven't gotten much going here in the period. Haven't gotten very many shots on goal. And Harvard with the puck here. Taken away. Now Kemp and Walsh. Trying to get it up ahead to Stevens. He's played off the puck. Kemp gets it ahead for a rush. Yale with numbers. 3-on-2. Centered for Hitchcock, and it goes wide to the near side. Halfway through the period we are. Mitchell Smith has it. Tries a backhand. A scrappy line right here. Trying to get something going. To Kemp at the point. Sends it in. And Mitchell Smith can't get clean lumber on it. And he'll go to Gregoire in front of the penalty box. Tap back, but out of the reach of a Bulldog. No hold call. Here's Ryan Donato. Shot goes wide. Into neutral ice it goes. Onto the stick of Kevin O'Neill, but out of his reach. He's in a foot race with Sherman. Offensive zone draw for Harvard. It's been a Yale controlling the pace the last couple of minutes. They've had some pretty good opportunities, but Harvard back on offense here. Gregoire behind the cage. Hands off to Michael Floodstrand. Marino, shot saved by Kaspersky. Another good save for him.
These two teams have really put together an excellent hockey game thus far. Obviously, heated rivals and a lot of physical play. And it'd be incredible if these teams were able to meet for a series in the ECAC tournament. But of course, there's always the possibility of a meetup up in Lake Placid.
Solon up to Floodstrand, and a whistle and a penalty coming. Interference. And they're going to send the Harvard player off. It's the captain, Jake Horton.
Bulldogs get a power play. It's been better as of late. Still the worst in the nation, but they've had some better looks and a couple of goals as of late. And this is a big opportunity for the Bulldogs with under 7 to play in a tie game.
So a big power play coming up here.
So Krusko being very aggressive to the puck carrier.
Fans trying to get into it with chance of let's go Bulldogs. Here's Joe Snively. He'll take it in. Snively with his speed. Tries to send it out to the point to Kemp. He does. DDD pass on the far side wall. Shot saved by Madsen.
Walsh had the opportunity to either shoot or send it back across the point to Kemp, but he has an open lane to shoot. With time winding down, why not take a shot and throw it on net? Because you never know what could happen.
First real rush for the Bulldogs on this power play. They've been unsuccessful on their previous attempts. 1:01 left on the penalty. 5:16 left in the period. Draw one by the Bulldogs. Back to the point for Walsh. He finds Snively at the top of the far circle. Below the goal line for DeMontis. He'll play catch with Snively out to the Kemp at the point. Walsh back to Snively. Little retreat. 45 seconds left on the power play. Snively has Evan Smith camped out in the low slot. Walsh at the top of the slot. Back to DeMontis at the circle. They'll cycle. Pass corralled by Snively. Centers and a shot saved by Matson. Kevin O'Neill has to carry as the Bulldogs get a deep pair change. Hitchcock with a wraparound. Walsh thought about rocking it back in. Shot! What a play as Matson from his elbow able to keep it out of the back of the net. Icing the call here. And unable to really try to get something else going. Here's Kemp. Bulldogs win another draw here. Ted Hart played off the puck. Donato sends it out to the point. Kemp keeps it in for a second. Pelton Bice with possession as Harvard completes their change. Yale takes it back in the middle of a change. Here's Sherman. But with a win, a Colgate win, and then Princeton or Quinnipiac losing or tying, Yale would be the 7th seed and would be hosting Brown here in New Haven next week. Not the marquee matchup that you want, but history would say that you may have a better shot with the Bears, who are playing pretty good. Shot in, and a whipping, flipping save by Corbin Kaspersky, who just turned a full somersault in the crease, but Yale unable to get it clear. Down low for Cusco, and it's wide. Walsh plays to Fox. 2 minutes left in the period. Shot through the crease. Halfway through this Harvard power play. Yale has killed all the previous ones. To the top of the slot for Fox. All the way around the world they go. Top of the slot. That one just squirts wide, and Yale still can't get it clear. They're going to have to hunker down here. Stick fell Pelton Bice on the far side. Back behind the cage they go. Walsh had it for a second. It'll go to Pelton Bice to the far side. Up to the point. To the near side, Walsh shot well wide. And it'll go into the stick of Ryan Donato with the hash mark. Takes it into the circle. Chipped away by Mitchell Smith and gathered by Walsh. Not much time at all left on this power play. Walsh shot wide again. Empty net here for Harvard. Shot in on Kaspersky. Bodini didn't have anything. Kaspersky will cover. Everybody goes crashing in. Kaspersky lost his stick. The puck free over here. 5 seconds left. 3. Count with him. 2, 1. Victory for the Bulldogs!